Okay, so in the last video, I showed the specific Amazon things that I used. I'll flash those on the screen quick too, and I will try to put in the comments the actual names of the listings. But hopefully you should be able to find those. There were a bunch of different colors for these, and if you're someone who cares a lot about textures of fabrics, I have no problems with this one. It's somewhere between a silky texture and a stretchy texture, so it doesn't have that super slick feel of silk, but it's also not like cottony, if that makes sense. So I recommend this one personally as someone who's specific about textures, but probably most of them are going to feel roughly the same. This is just the only one that I've ever touched. So basically the first major part as to how you set this up is, and I will include a picture here of like how it comes, but the Ariel Silk itself comes on these 2 silver straps, and you're going to want to loop those straps over the pull-up bar before you install it, because obviously once the pull-up bar is up here, you can't put these straps on. So just loop your straps. This initially is going to be like one long rope that goes all the way to the floor. You can see right now, if I could find the opening, this is kind of my struggle with this thing, is I generally can't find where it opens. You can see it's actually a doubled up loop, but it comes as one long single loop. So just loop the edges over the top and you'll have one long loop. And then for installing the pull-up bar, I honestly would look up the specific name of this pull-up bar that I used. I was able to find a good tutorial online of how to do it, and the instructions that come with it are pretty clear if English is your first language, because I use the English instructions, and I'm generally better with written instructions, so that worked for me. But there are also YouTube videos on how to install a specific bar. I don't want to get super big into how to install the bar, because even though I did install it properly and it's been staying up, I don't want to give unclear information because I'm rushing through a TikTok and not have you install it properly, basically. So you could just look up the name of the pull-up bar and there will be more clear instructions. But essentially it is held up by when you twist the bar this way, which you'll see when you have it, these 2 parts extend out. So you need to hold it where you want it and then keep twisting until you physically cannot twist anymore. If you struggle with grip strength or like arm strength, have someone stronger than you do it, because you want it to be super duper tight in here. It should not be able to slide around on the wall. And that's when you know it's tight. And then you lock these 2 switches so that it can't rotate back on its own when this thing is rotating and swinging. Okay, so sorry if I'm talking very, very fast. I just really want to get this in as few parts as possible. So once you've got the pull-up bar installed, keep in mind that you are going to have a space of a certain width like this in your room for this to work. I will put the range of inches up here. You can install it in a door frame, but then you can't close your doors. So hopefully you have a little hallway or something like this that you can use. Sorry, gonna have to go to part 3, which will be the next part.